Goku, Until the Day We Meet Again, has been revealed to be the title of the Dragon Ball Super final episode, episode 131 of the series. From the title alone, we can already figure out that they are going for a bit of nostalgia. Also, they are clearly going to do a safe ending where everything will be wrapped up, so to speak, so that if something happens to the stuff and they cannot do a sequel in the future, assuming that they will do one in the first place, they are not left with an incomplete story. I'm Nightmare King and this is a Dragon Ball discussion. Now, since by the title we know that Universe 7 survived the Tournament of Power for 100% now, I mean we knew before that they were going to adapt the Z ending, but with this information it is 100% confirmed. That obviously means that Goku triumphed in his battle with Jiren, or who knows, maybe Frieza did something in the last few minutes. But anyway, what could happen in this last episode of Dragon Ball Super? Well, there's multiple things that can happen in this episode. But for starters, we know that they're going to adapt the Z ending once again. We might see the tournament adapted once again with remastered animation. Seeing the Goku vs Oob fight again is going to be awesome to see. I mean, seeing it with upgraded animation is going to be awesome. That is, if they're going to go that route, which is probably what they're going to do. We will also see Goten and Trunks finally as teenagers after what Super did with them, which basically made them stay as kids, which isn't supposed to be like that, since the timeline in Super is kind of messed up. Goten and Trunks are supposed to be already teenagers by that point, but they still look like kids. It's kind of like a lazy job in toy animation at that part, I think, but hopefully in the last episode, since they have basically the artwork done for them, they will be correctly done as teenagers. Also, there is a slight possibility that we might see some extended footage. For example, Z ended with Goku and Oob leaving off to their training, and maybe we get to see another scene after that, something new, or maybe even a teaser for the movie that's coming up this December, or a new show that might come up in the future, who knows. Now, if they go with a different route than the Z ending, if you look at the episode title really clearly, it's like someone is speaking to Goku directly and saying his goodbyes to Goku. I mean, if you read it well, it says Goku, until the day we meet again. This might signal that Goku died during the end of Super, which is crazy, and this is probably 99% this is not going to happen. I mean, Super is going to end in a happy ending kind of way, so, but you can only speculate, everything can happen. But as I've said, 99% this is not going to happen. Now, if you look at episode 64 of Dragon Ball GT, you will see that the episode title of episode 64 and episode 131 of Super, they are very similar. I mean, they are the exact carbon copy of each other. You just need to remove Goku from the beginning of the episode title of 131 of Super, and you get the episode title of 64 of Dragon Ball GT. Now, what does this mean? Well, it's clearly that they are trying to convey a message here. Like, it's either some kind of nostalgia or some kind of respect to Dragon Ball GT, which obviously the fan base doesn't have because everybody hates GT. And also, it begs the question, is there going to be a new series? Because if you look at it, Dragon Ball GT ended with Goku moving on with Shenron and the Dragon Balls. You can say that he is kind of dead, so what about Dragon Ball Super? Is he going to die? Probably not. What I think they're trying to do here is I think they're trying to keep the Dragon Ball franchise alive. Seeing the episode title Until the Day We Meet Again puts a light in the Dragon Ball series. There's a little bit of hope that there will be a new series coming up. I think that's what they are trying to do here. It's strictly for marketing purposes and also the nostalgic aspect of it. And I do think it's an ingenious name. It's a pretty great name for the episode. I don't think they could have done a better job in the name of the episode. So props to Toy Animation and the staff for doing this. So after all that, we can surely say that this episode of Super will be a huge one in the series, one that we will remember it by. It will be a nostalgic and emotional episode. Seeing scenes which were already animated in the past relived in our time is both great and sad at the same time. With that being said, guys, if you liked any of what I've said, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on if you want more Dragon Ball content. It's been Nightmare King, thanks for watching, see you guys on the next one.